working on my rewrite, that's right. I'm gonna change the ending. I'm gonna throw away my title and toss it in the trash.
Welcome back to Research and Analysis. Last week we had an introduction to the course and we learned about critical thinking and how we can apply that to the research we're going to be doing in our class. This week we're going to focus on primary research, or the different ways that you do your own research to discover your own sources and add information to the body of knowledge out there in the world today. We'll also look at primary sources and how these are used in research.
So what are primary sources? Primary sources are first-hand accounts of an event and are created during the time that event took place. They can also be created retrospectively at a later date by a participant in those events. They are original documents and usually don't describe or analyze other documents. They can also be creative works. Some examples of primary sources are speeches, laws, and court documents, diaries, memoirs, autobiographies, and letters, works of art, novels, and plays, documented observations, interviews, original research and data, and historical newspapers. So how can primary sources be used for research? They can be used as a focal point of a discussion about events. They can be used to back up claims or criticisms. They can be used as evidence for theories and research. And they can be used to gain historical perspectives on a topic.
One example of primary research is Julia Child's book, Mastering the Art of French Cooking.
Welcome to the French Chef. I'm Julia Child.
Julia Child actually tried out all the recipes herself and wrote down instructions about what personally worked for her as she was cooking. An example of primary research in the fashion industry would be Nina Garcia's book, The 100. These are actual items of clothing that she has worn and that she has found to be essential for the fashionista's wardrobe, and each item is something that she has personally researched and tried out. However, this biography of Audrey Hepburn would not be considered primary source. The trouble is that the author never met Audrey Hepburn. She wasn't recording her personal experience. She was going through sources and finding information to compile this biography. So a biography would not be an example of a primary source.
I'm working on my rewrite, that's right. I'm gonna change the ending. I'm gonna throw away my title and toss it in the trash. Every minute after midnight, all the time I'm spending.
A primary source is a first-person account. The person who experienced the event is the person who is writing about it. So if a person is seeing a fashion show and recording it, that would be a primary source. However, if a newspaper is reporting in general on Fashion Week and pulling information and images that they've compiled from different sources, that would not be a primary source. Primary research is when you are doing your own research. You are analyzing the data and you are creating your own conclusions. We are going to be doing primary research in our class, and primary research is something that is used commonly in the fashion industry.
I'm working on my rewrite, that's right. I'm gonna change the ending. I'm gonna throw away my title and toss it in the trash. Every minute after midnight, all the time I'm spending.